What is up, everyone? The Dragon Prince Season 3 drops later this month, and we finally have a trailer. Been looking forward to this one. I was a little frustrated by Season 2. Not that it was bad, but it just felt like a whole lot of setup to something, and then just when it started getting really interesting, suddenly it was over. So hopefully this is where we start getting the payoffs for all that setup. Let's take a look.
We're here. Zadia. The Dragon Prince lives, and he's very cute. But my new human friend...
Get ready to meet Elf Callum. All me best mates are trees.
Zadia is waging war on all
You knew that was coming, Rayla.
There must be a proportionate response. We must be ready to sacrifice for the future of humanity.
Yeah, you're really self-sacrificial, aren't you, Baron? That's you to a T.
Protect the Dragon Prince.
At any cost.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Zim!
Skywing up. Yeah, alright, cool.
Wow! I've never done that before in my life. The coming battle won't be easy.
We will be outnumbered.
Whoa, big battles.
Even when the odds
Oh,
seem
they're friends
impossible.
now.
We're
What's
all that's
going on
left
here?
of our family. I won't let anything break us apart.
We will need all the help we can get.
Big help.
My little brother, all grown up and riding
Where'd you
dragons.
find that dragon again?
We will face elves and dragons.
Alright, we're getting that big battle this season.
Upon us.
The only way to stop this is to look evil in
What
the
the-
face and say, no more.
Okay, much better than the Season 2 trailer. That one was just a bunch of random clips. This one is actually telling a story. Very nice. Right off the bat, Elf Callum. Alright. We knew that was coming. Rayla probably didn't see it coming, but we knew it was coming. And that's not a bad thing. For me, the comedy on the Dragon Prince has been very hit and miss, but human Rayla is always funny. So if they can recapture that same kind of self-aware wryness with Elf Callum, I think they'll be in good shape. Sounds like the Zadians are launching an attack against the human kingdoms, or more likely the humans just think that's what's happening because of Viren conjuring up those dark magic elves to scare the kings and queens into drinking his Kool-Aid, which logically leads to Viren being let out of his cell, because now he's got everyone's ear, and he's addressing the court because they seem to think he was right about the Zadian threat now. But when Opeli and the castle guards arrested him in Season 2, he straight up murdered at least 2 of those dudes. And they probably found Gren, who he had chained up in the dungeon, so the writers are going to need a really good excuse for why all these people trust Viren all of a sudden. A really good excuse. Because if they're listening to what he has to say, that's one thing. But why even give him an inch when he's proven that he's not a good guy? I'm a little iffy on this part. Here's that Skywing elf we saw in one of those leaks from a little while ago. And Rayla has her swords out, so it looks like she's kidnapping Zim here. And this is interesting. I've been wondering what's going to happen when Callum starts meeting Skywing elves. How are they going to react to him? This is the first human to create a connection to the Sky Arcanum that they were born with naturally. My guess was that they're not going to take that well. And now it seems that this Skywing elf will not be an ally and is dragon napping our boy Zim. Probably not a good sign. Callum and Rayla doing magic of some kind. It's the only new spell we see from Callum in this trailer. I was hoping he'd start learning more since it's Season 3 and he still only knows 2 spells. Not sure what's happening here though. Like, what is this, a force field? A protection ward of some kind? Some ritual that requires 2 people? But Rayla's a moon shadow elf, so is this moon magic? Maybe Callum learns the moon arcanum next? Possibly, but I think he'll learn that one last if this Callum-Rayla relationship plays out the way I think it will. Or, there's definitely some romantic undertones in this scene, so could this be some kind of elven mating dance, possibly? I mean, those 2 are looking pretty cozy these days. And did someone say sexual tension? Oh yeah. Yeah, Rayla's getting pretty thirsty, I think. The shippers are gonna go nuts over this one. We're all that's left of our family, says Claudia. That does not sound good for Viren. I assume he's going to be wrapped up in whatever that glowing circle dealy thing is in the background there. Claudia gets her own magic staff, so she's leveling up as a dark mage, but they ominously teased at the end of Season 2 that this was not a good thing. Maybe she's being tempted to go down the same path as Viren, and if Viren dies, which I think is a strong possibility, that could end up pushing her over the edge. So maybe that's what happened to her? Callum and Rayla reunite with Ezran, much sooner than I expected. And Ezran has a new friend, that dragon they saved in Season 2. I guess she's with them now, and that's how he's getting around so fast. But when and how did Ezran meet up with this dragon again, though? Is it like his connection with Zim? Can he just empathetically sense them out somehow? Here it looks like they're at another nexus point. But that's not Lujane, obviously, so it's not the moon nexus. This elf doesn't have wings, but in this shot, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy, he has transformed his arms into wings. So this must be the Sky Nexus, I guess. Hopefully Callum can pick up some new spells while he's there. Marching to war, marching to war. Huge battle with the Sunfire Elves, now we're talking. Big dark magic explosion from the glowy circle thing. This king here, his hand looks like it's turning into something similar to the Titan from that flashback in Season 2. So, was that thing originally a human that was cursed by magic? That'd be a cold bit of irony. This part's really interesting. Dragons attacking the battle, but they're attacking the humans and the elves. And you can only see him for a second, but Ezran is riding the dragon in the lead here. So did Ezran round up all these dragons himself to put a stop to the battle? Is he commanding all these dragons? Is his talking to animals ability that powerful? Also, how serious is Ezran exactly? Has he thought this through? Because there's a whole lot of people on this battlefield that are getting absolutely incinerated here. Are we sure we're supposed to be cheering this? Ezran is going Mad Queen Daenerys on these guys. This is not a good thing. Alright, so Season 3 is building up to this big epic showdown between the humans and the Sunfire Elves at the border. They've been teasing that for 2 seasons. And I think Amaya may end up being an X-Factor in that situation. I don't believe we see her in the battle itself, but there's definitely something brewing between her and that elf she had some encounters with in Season 2. Janai, I think her name is. They're fighting here, so they are going to run into each other again, but Amaya has a Sunforged sword of her own now in this shot, so maybe she took it from Janai, or maybe their rivalry develops into a grudging respect and they start to learn from each other. Maybe the sword is a gift as a sign of respect? I say this because there was another leaked shot where it looked like Amaya was Janai's prisoner, I think. So, could be they spend some time together and realize that humans and elves aren't so different after all, and they call a truce and try to stop the battle together, possibly? I'm just spitballing here, but there's gonna be some kind of story between those two, clearly. Viren going dark magic zombie-faced again, surrounded by all these floating magic runes. Looks pretty serious. And something big is going to happen to Viren, and if Claudia is to be believed, it's pretty dire. So what I think is that Viren is the one who creates the glowy circle thing, and that is going to be a portal through which Erebos is going to re-enter Zadia from wherever he is now on the other side of that magic mirror that Runan thought was something worse than death. And this will probably cost Viren his life. Can't say he doesn't have it coming, but he's a good villain, so that would be too bad if it happens. Are you guys excited for Season 3? Because I think this looks really cool. Let me hear your theories in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, ding the bell icon, and follow me on Twitter using the link in the description box right down there so you can always be notified about new videos. And I'll be back very soon. See you later.